Advanced Balance Challenges for Seniors. Hi, my name is Doug. I've been a physical therapist for 30 years, and I specialize in helping people with balance problems learn to walk again. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 of the most advanced balance challenge activities. If you're struggling with your balance or you just want to have better balance, these 5 activities can really help. Our next exercise is sidestepping over an object. I'm going to just use a rolled up towel and put it on the ground right in the middle of the chair. I'm going to stand both feet on one side, grab the chair, and I'm going to step over with one foot and then the other. This is a pretty hard exercise because you're actually stepping over something. And for a lot of people, this is a big struggle. Now the goal is to be able to do it without holding the chair, but it can take some time to get to that point. It's okay to hold on the first 20 or so times that you do it with both hands, and then if you get a little stronger or a little more confident, you can just hold on with one hand and then progress to nothing. Keep your knees bent. When you're doing this exercise, you don't want to do it on your knees being stiff. That's bad for your knees, but also it actually makes your balance worse to have stiff legs. When your knees are bent, you can adjust more to conditions and you can more readily balance yourself. And the good thing about using this little towel is in case I miss, I can step on the towel without worrying about falling. And if you use something that's taller, that does make the exercise harder, but there's also a chance of falling. So like you could use a foam block or a book, but if you step on it, that could make it a little bit slippery or dangerous. So just be careful. You don't have to do it the full 2 minutes. You can stop at any point and rest with any of these exercises. But I'm going to demonstrate the full 2 minutes. And this is exercising my hip abductor muscles, but also helping me learn how to step sideways with more challenge. We're just about done. Just a couple more times over. And I think we are done. Okay, we're going to do tapping. So you're going to take a towel. I'm just folding it like that in quarters, putting it down in front of me in the chair in front. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift all my weight to one leg and tap this towel in front of me, then shift to the right side and do the same thing. So I'm going back and forth, tap, tap. I'm not putting pressure on the towel. I'm not stepping my body weight on the towel. The reason is I want to make it a balanced, challenging activity. So if you put all your weight there, that's the same as stepping forward. And that's not really as challenging as doing this. To do this, you're standing on one leg, then moving your opposite leg forward, doing something, and keeping your balance as you bring it back. So it's a really good balanced challenge activity, and it also helps you practice standing on one leg, which is sort of like doing a good weight shift. The reason people shuffle, the reason people struggle with their walking is they're not able to stand on one leg. So this is a really good exercise. I usually do this as a warm-up with most of my patients to remind them to weight shift before I do their other exercises, because sometimes people just forget that they can shift their weight. They're so used to shuffling and standing very rigid that they just do it all the time. But even my 100-year-old and 90-year-old patients, I have them do this to remind them that they can do it before we do all of the treadmill activities and any of the other walking things I might have them do. Now, if you need to hold on, you can. One finger, one hand, you could even hold on with both hands while you do it. But over time, try to let go more and more. If you're tired right now, please stop and take a rest. You can stand and rest or sit down and rest. We're just about done with these. I'm just going to do a few more. And I'm just shifting full weight to one side, full weight to the other. Just 2 more and stop. Okay, now we're going to practice turn training. So what I want to do is face in one direction. You can have your hand on the chair if you want this first round. You're going to pick your right leg up and turn it forward, then the other leg forward. Then you're going to do the same thing again, right leg to the side and then the other leg. And you notice my feet are kind of ending up parallel to each other each time. The reason we're practicing this is because so many people fall when they cross their legs. So I have all my clients always practice turning correctly, which means no crossing. And the more you practice it, the more your brain will think this is a good way to turn, especially if you're in trouble. The goal is to do this without holding the chair at all, but you're welcome to touch the chair as much as you need to in the beginning. Just over time, keep trying to let go of the chair as much as possible until you get to be able to do it like this. Also, keep your knees bent. It's not good to do this with your knees stiff. People that are fearful of falling, they stiffen their knees a lot, and that actually makes balancing a lot harder. So I want you to try to keep your knees bent as you're doing it. Now, there's another level to this, and as you get better, you can try this, which is where you do a complete turn, a 180 turn with one step. The less steps you take, the better. So practicing this and getting yourself to be able to do this kind of tells your brain that you don't need to take as many steps. This is normally what I see people do, is these little shuffling steps. That's a great way to fall. This is a good way to prevent falls. So you want to practice it as much as you can. I got a chair there just in case. But turn training is such a good way to help someone walk more steadily. Okay, we just have a few more to go. I'll go back to the quarter turns. And I think this is our last one. Good job. Okay, we're going to practice single leg stands. You're going to grab the back of a chair, put one foot on the ground. You're going to shift all your weight over that foot, lifting the other leg up, leaning to that side, and then try to let go. You can keep your hands over the chair if you're worried, but try to let go and stand as long as you can on one leg. Your goal is 20 seconds of standing before you have to grab on and do the other leg. And you want to do that on both legs, right and left. My knee is a little bit bent to protect my joint and help my balance be a little better. And you know, your feet are going to wiggle a lot when you do it. That's normal. Now, at home, you might be really struggling with this. You might think, let go and you immediately fall back down. Don't be discouraged. A lot of people tell me, I can't do that, so I tell them what to do and they don't practice. Like, I can't do that exercise, too hard. This exercise isn't meant to be easy. And when I give that to my clients, I'm giving it to them because I want them to practice standing on one leg, because I want them to repeatedly challenge their balance, even if it's just for 2 seconds. But a lot of people at home, they might think, oh, because I can't do it, that this is too hard for me. The reason you're having trouble is you're not shifting your weight over your other leg enough. When you stand on your left leg, you got to shift your body weight over onto the left so that both your hips are centered over your left leg. If you're not doing that, that's why you're falling back down the other way. And if you want to stop and rest at any point, please do. You can stand and rest or sit down and rest. But do try this for the full 2 minutes. And you notice I'm not really doing 20 seconds because I'm trying to demonstrate it, but at home, you could definitely do it for longer if you can. I think we just have, this is the last one, actually. We'll just stand on this leg. It's such a great exercise to improve your balance. And we're done. Okay, we're going to practice backwards walking up a step. I'm going to put a step right behind my chair, or right in front of my back chair. And I'm going to practice stepping backwards up onto the step. So my right leg up, stepping up, keeping my knees a little bent. Right leg down, then my left leg, stepping up, and then left leg down. Now, if you need to use the chair, you can pull it closer so that you're holding a chair as you're practicing. For some people, that's a really good thing. The only bad thing about this is that if I sit down, there is a step between me and the chair behind me. So be careful about that. So the reason I do this exercise more than any other, it's a great balance exercise. It's also a good way to improve someone's confidence on stairs. Because if they can do this, you know, with a 4-inch or even a 2-inch step, they can definitely go up and down stairs with more confidence. But the big reason I do it is people tell me that while they're walking, their legs give out. So there's a reflex that we all have called a Golgi tendon reflex. Anytime our tendons in our body sense overload, it weakens the muscle, the opposite muscle, so that we protect ourselves. The problem is, it makes you feel like your legs are giving out. When your quads get weak, it forces you to almost relax your quads. Or if you're walking and you encounter a little step, it might make you feel your leg is giving out because it's actually a reflex that you can't control. By doing this exercise, it strains the tendon in a way that makes it stronger, and it actually makes that reflex happen less. So over time of practicing this, that sense that your legs are giving out will actually go away. And I know that to be true. I've done it with a lot of people. Just a few more. But this is a hard exercise. I hope you've rested as much as you want. You didn't have to follow me the whole time. And just one more and I think we're done. Good. I hope you found this video helpful. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this.